All right, today we're in section 2.5 on page 91. 2.5 on page 91. All right, and we are starting to solve equations. We're going to spend the rest of chapter 2 and the first part of chapter 3 solving equations. That's all we're going to be doing for the next 2 weeks. And today, we're going to start pretty simple. You're probably going to look at these problems and say, well, these look just like the ones yesterday. I can do the mental math. But I'm going to teach you the process of solving equations so that when it does get more difficult and you can't do it in your head, you know the process. So just stick with me, work them out how I'm explaining it, and you should catch on pretty quickly. All right, so in example 1, all right, I'm going to look at this equation. X plus 9 equals negative 3. And the first question I ask myself is what operation is connected to my variable? So in example 1a, what operation is connected to my variable? What operation do you see there?
Addition.
You see addition. Very good. Addition. It would help if I unlock the screen. Okay, so it's addition. So once you decide, okay, what operation is connected to my variable, now you must do the opposite to get the variable by itself on one side of the equation. So if it's x plus 9, you must subtract 9, and whatever you do to one side, you do the same thing to the other side. Your 9's cancel because the whole goal when I'm solving an equation is to get the variable by itself on one side of the equation. So I subtract 9 from both sides. And now here's where your rules, again, are important. They're not going away anytime soon. Do you have same sign or different?
Different. Or same.
They're same. They're both negative, so you add and keep. Add and keep, so x equals negative 12. Now, there is a way for the next quiz and test. There is a way for you to turn in your test and know without a doubt that you got 100 on the test, because it's possible to check your solution on all of these equations. What you do is, and we did this yesterday in class, we're testing our solution back in the original equation. Okay? So, I substitute in what I believe is the solution back into the original equation. And is it true that negative 12 plus 9 is negative 3? All right, you can use your calculators, guys, so there's no reason why you should get this wrong. If both sides equal each other, then you know that it checks out, if both sides equal each other. So now let's look at B. Again, what operation, first question you ask yourself, what operation is connected to my variable? Addition. So you must do the opposite operation to get the variable by itself. How can you get positive 7 to cancel? You subtract 7, and it cancels out, but whatever you do to one side, you must do the same thing to the other. So A equals, and what is 12 minus 7?
5.
A equals 5. How can I know that 5 is the correct answer? What can I do?
5 plus...
I can plug it back into the original. Is it true that 5 plus 7 is 12? So you would say 12 equals 12, and it checks out. On your homework tonight, it's going to ask you to check your solution. That's what we're doing right here. That's checking your solution. So you're going to box your answer, and you're going to box your checked answer, showing that both sides equal each other. All right, now I want you to try C on your own, and then we'll go over it. All right, so what am I going to do to get y by itself? What do I need to do, Mason?
Get minus 5, or 5 minus 5, and then you gotta do the same thing on the other side, because the math can do that, and then 13 minus 5 is 8.
Hold on, negative 13 minus 5.
Or negative 13 minus
Okay, so now is it same sign or different?
5. Same.
Same, so what do I do?
Add.
Add and keep negative 18. Y equals negative 18. And now I can check to see if my answer is correct. So is it true that negative 18 plus 5 is negative 13? Okay, so negative 13 equals negative 13. Now let's just think about for a minute. Now, and this happened last hour too. A lot of people thought that my answer was negative 8. Well, if you were to plug in negative 8 when you're checking it, you should see that both sides do not equal each other, and that should be an indicator to you, hey, I did something wrong. So when I'm checking the solution, it's not this robotic, automatic thing that I'm doing. If both sides don't equal each other, it means that I did something wrong, that my answer is wrong. Does that make sense? So checking to make sure both sides equal each other guarantees me that I got the right answer. All right, example 2 is basically the exact same thing, except now what operation is connected to my variables here? Subtraction. So to do the opposite, to get those numbers to cancel, what operation do I need to do? I need to add. So y minus 11, how do I get 11 to cancel? Add 11. And 34 equals y. Could I say y equals 34? Could I say that? Yeah, I could. I can switch it around and it's the exact same answer. And algebraically, I think it makes more sense in our head to say y equals something. So if you don't want to write it backwards, you can flip it around. Y equals 34. And the process is still the same. I'm going to take my value for y and I'm going to plug it back into the original. Is it true that 23 equals 34 minus 11? Yeah, 23 equals 23. And it checks out. So again, I'm looking for 2 answers on your homework tonight. I'm looking for a boxed answer and a boxed checked answer. All right, so Mason, what am I going to do to solve for x on B? What do I need to do?
You're going to add 15 to negative 15, and 0, bring down the x, and 42 plus 15 is 57.
All right, 57 equals x. Is that what you got, Colin? Did you get 57?
Oh, I got x equals 57.
All right, good job. And then you plug it in.
57 minus 15.
Yep, 57 minus 15. 42 equals 57 minus 15. 42 equals 42. Checks out. All right, Hayden, how'd you solve C?
Add 16, negative 16, cancels out, and add 16, 28.
Perfect. All right, raise your hand if you got 28. Did you get 28? Awesome, guys. Awesome. Good job. All right, and then I plug it back in to check, and 12 equals 28 minus 16. 12 equals 12, and it checks out. All right, so now let's look at example 3. I think you have 2 of these on your homework tonight. So in example 3, it says you're just writing and solving an equation. It says you weigh a horse using the method described on page 91, which is, let's see, it's on a truck scale. Okay, so you weigh a horse on a truck scale. And the weight of the trailer alone is 2,150 pounds. The combined weight of the horse and trailer is 3,375 pounds. So what is the weight of the horse? Well, you know, okay, you need an equation. What you know is the weight of the horse and the weight of the trailer equals a total weight of what?
3,375.
Okay, so we need to write an equation. We know that our total is 3,375. So what do I need to do to solve for W?
You just subtract.
Just subtract what? 2,150 from both sides. And that should give you the weight of the horse. The weight of the horse is 1,225. And make sure you label pounds. All right, so you have a couple word problems tonight on your homework, and that's how you would solve it. Okay, now in example 4, we're doing the exact same thing with decimals, and this is where 2.7 comes in. This is why you have some homework from 2.7, because I don't believe that we need to spend an entire day working equations with decimals. It's just a decimal, okay? So we solve it the exact same way. So how can I get x by itself? What do? I need to add 4.7?
Add 4.7.
Do I need to add it?
Subtract it.
I need to subtract it. I have to do the opposite operation. So subtract 4.7. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. Use your calculators. X equals negative 1.2. Negative 1.2. And then you check it the same way that we've been doing all class. All right, I want you to do B and C on your own. Okay, here we go. I need to add 6.91 to both sides. And I should have gotten y equals 4.65, right? All right, and then I need to subtract 3.2 from both sides. And b equals negative 10.45. Add and keep. All right, did you get them? Did you get B and C? All right, good job, good job. Same sign, add and keep. If you got it wrong, try to figure out what you did. All right, now last but not least, we need to talk about perimeter. Perimeter for a minute. Now the perimeter of, I am going to take off number 40 off of your homework tonight, but you still need to find the triangle. Okay? What if I were to give you a perimeter of 60 centimeters, and I were to give you side lengths of x, 12, and 26? All right, well, how do I find the perimeter of a triangle?
A equals B plus
Yeah, A equals B plus, or P equals A plus B plus C. So P equals A plus B plus C. All right, P is 60 equals X plus 12 plus 26. All right, what's 12 plus 26?
38.
X equals, or 60 equals X plus 38, and then how do I solve for X?
You gotta subtract.
Subtract 38 from both sides. And 22 centimeters equals X. All right, so that's how you would do number 38 on your homework tonight. I'm going to take out the square because the square is actually a two-step equation, so we're not there yet. All right, and if you understand that, that's everything you need to know for 2.5.